Hello everybody and welcome, and for those who happen to celebrate it, happy Thanksgiving! I am Brickerboom, and while we don't have a plump 20-pound turkey Pokemon to run through the game with, we have the next best thing. Or at least it's a bird. Doduo. Doduo is a fast little hard-hitting bird, especially for Gen 1 first stage standards. Our attack and speed are good, our defense isn't the best, but it's passable, and then the rest of the stats, well, they're definitely something. From a moves perspective, well, it's not the worst. Pursuit can be used for rock-type Pokemon. Tri-Attack is always a solid choice with a chance to paralyze, freeze, or burn. We can learn some decent TMs, including Aerial Ace, Steel Wing, and Return. So overall, we have options. I think that we'll be able to beat the game, though admittedly, I don't know if we'll be able to do it before level 100, just because there are quite a few Intimidate Pokemon along the way. Also, if you can't tell by me saying this right now, I actually end up writing the script in batches as I go along, so I haven't got to the end of the game when I start writing. As we grab our Doduo, we check, and it has a hardy nature, which means neutral stat gains, honestly not the worst. We have Early Bird, meaning we'll wake up early for sleep. Given the fact that some Pokemon in this game know Hypnosis, while it is inaccurate, if it does connect, the early wake up can be incredibly useful given the fact that we have paper-thin defense. For the rival, we give him Charmander because Charizard will probably be the hardest for us to face. It's a strong physical and special attacker, and we'd be able to take out Venusaur pretty easily. And it just makes sense that our bird is trying not to be cooked for Thanksgiving, so thematically it just kind of works. For the beginning lab rival battle, we opened with Peck taking it to nearly half as Charmander uses Growl. Peck takes it to yellow and we get scratched, and then after that we can take it down and win a pretty easy first battle. For the beginning of the game, the forest will be really easy for us to get through. Having a super effective move against bugs will be an easy way to gain some quick experience points, so rather than fighting the rival first, we go through clearing out the forest first, and while we're doing that, I'd like to say, if you like this kind of content, make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. We're working on watch hours right now, but unfortunately the only way to get a lot of those in a short period of time is if this video ends up appeasing the algorithm, and that's easier said than done. But for now, we have an optional rival to fight. Pidgey is first, and we open with Peck, taking it to a little below half as Tackle connects, and then we can take it out. After that, Charmander is out and we peck it to half, and Scratch doesn't do much. One more peck takes it out and wins us the battle and allows us to move on. From there, we have to go back through the forest and grind in the forest along the way. Then, in no time at all, it's time to fight Brock, and I do not feel great about it. Geodude is up first and we open with Pursuit, and that honestly does about a sixth. Tackle does decent damage to us and it begins to Defense Curl afterwards. We trade attacks for a bit and then we take it down, but we're a little below half HP. When Onyx is out, we swap over to Growl, hoping to tank its hits a little bit better, but a single Rock Tomb takes us to 3 HP, lowers our speed, and then it outspeeds us and knocks us out. At least we tried. Surprisingly, this was actually our best attempt. If we don't lower its attack, it could usually take us out in one go. At level 20, we're doing about a third with Pursuit as the Geodude uses Defense Curl and we take it to yellow. It responds with Tackle and we take it out from there. Then, with Onyx, we use Pursuit, doing about a fifth as Rock Tomb misses. Great start. We take it to half as Rock Tomb connects and lowers speed, but we still outspeed taking it to yellow. It connects again and lowers speed again, but then it misses its attack, and that's the only reason we're able to take it out and move on. As we go through the next bit of the game and the trainers along the way, tell me about your plans for Thanksgiving in the comments below, or if you want to join the Discord, we are going to be doing a movie night tonight, probably Home Alone, maybe Home Alone 1 and 2, or Ernest Saves Christmas, because somehow that pulled so far ahead in the polls at first, I don't even know how to react. Maybe you're going Black Friday shopping, though. I will never do it again. I did once in 2013. An old lady hit me with a purse, and then I never went Black Friday shopping again. I'm actually currently writing and now recording this particular script before work, but I haven't exactly finished the Slow King video that I hopefully got put out on Thursday. Fun fact, I did, because it's now Friday. Also, along the way, we make sure to grab the Dome fossil because it's the only fossil that matters. Our little feet can't learn Mega Kick, and we have no hands to punch with, so we just head into Cerulean. So after that little jaunt, we head to Misty's gym. Given the fact that we have a super effective move, I don't feel too horribly about this. Misty starts with Staryu, and we open with Tri-Attack, taking it out in one shot. After that, I turn off Steam notifications, and Starmie uses Water Pulse for a lot of damage. We use Tri-Attack and take it below half, and then it takes us out. So we try again, just to see what happens, and the same thing does happen. But we get a crit on Tri-Attack, knock it out in one shot, and while that wasn't expected, I am not going to complain, and we're going to move on. Now that Misty's out of the way, we can go ahead and head to the rival, and our rival opens with Pidgeotto, and we use Tri-Attack, taking it down in one go. Rattata is next, and we continue with our best move, taking it down as well. Charmander is third, and we one-shot it as well. Abra isn't a threat, and is also a one-shot, so it's a pretty simple battle overall. After that, it's the route to the north, and I just wanted to ask, how many of you are playing the Pokemon TCG mobile game? I just started about a week ago, and I've been enjoying it a lot. The little serotonin hits and being able to open a lot of cards, like the 10 packs at once. By the way, Pokemon TCG, if y'all need a sponsor, hit me up, I got you. We go through the route to the north, and then after that we can aboard the ship. On the ship, we don't really bother with the trainers too much. We haven't really struggled with the game since Brock, so I don't want to spend too much time leveling up. If Surge is too much of a problem, we can just head to Celadon City. So after fighting the necessary trainers to at least get the items that we need, it's time to go ahead and fight the rival again. Pidgeotto is first, and Tri-Attack takes it out in one go. Next up is Raticate, and Tri-Attack takes it out. Kadabra is next, and this one may be a problem in the future, but for now, we'll outspeed it and take it out. And then after that, Charmeleon is a one-shot, also winning us a pretty simple battle. With the rival out of the way, it's time to give the captain a quick rub down, and then we make our way to Surge's gym. If this goes poorly, we do have options. We can go to the trainers before the Dark Cave, just to the right of the city. Absolute worst case scenario, we can go through the Dark Cave and then double back. I doubt we'll need to do that, but we'll see what happens. Surge starts with Voltorb, and we open up a Tri-Attack, taking it down in one shot. Next up is Pikachu, who is, well, pretty horrible. And we outspeed and land a Tri-Attack that also one-shots it. Last up is Raichu, we outspeed it as well, and attack with Tri-Attack, one-shotting it and winning us the third gym badge. From there, we have a bit of travel ahead of us, and the game is going to start opening up some. We have Erica's gym coming up, but no flying moves. Honestly, I probably won't end up grabbing Fly because it's a 2-turn, less than 100% accurate move. We do learn Drill Peck at level 37, which is going to be useful, but overall, I think Tri-Attack is probably going to be our best move for quite some time. Return is obviously more powerful, but I do enjoy the chance to put a Status Affliction on something. So now that we're in the city and we level up a little bit along the way, let's go ahead and see how things go against Erica. And, remember how I said we were going to get Drill Peck? Well, Erica first sends out Victory Bell and Drill Peck takes it out in one shot. The Tangela is, well, it's a Tangela, so it goes down pretty easily in one shot. And then finally it's out to Vileplume and we finish it off with a single Drill Peck to win a pretty easy battle. After that, it's time for Giovanni, and overall, I actually think for the first time in a while, he'll be a bit of a problem for us. While we do have some strong normal attacks, Pursuit is really the only option that we have that isn't resisted. But on the flip side of that, the first battle against Giovanni usually isn't too hard. So let's see what happens with the first of a few Giovanni battles. Worst case scenario, if he proves to be too much to us, we could at least fight the rival for an extra level or two, and then also maybe get some vitamins while we're at it. Giovanni starts with Onyx, and we use Pursuit to test damage, not doing a whole lot. Rock Throw does a bit, and we swap to Tri-Attack, taking it to half. Another Tri-Attack takes it to red, and we burn it to lower its attack as Rock Throw connects, and the burn takes it to a sliver before we take it out. Rhyhorn comes out, and we use Drill Peck to see if a stab move does decent damage, and it does, but we get taken to 10 HP. We take it to almost red, and it uses Scary Face, but we take it down. Kangaskhan is out and uses Tail Whip, and for some reason, we take it to half. Kangaskhan is out and uses Tail Whip for some reason, and we can take it to half. Mega Punch then connects, and we go down. On our second attempt, we just go ahead and focus on using Tri-Attack against the Onyx rather than just straight up trying to see if Pursuit will do more damage or something like that. And honestly, it just uses Harden and then Bind, which while it is an attack, it's pretty useless. When the Rhyhorn comes out, we have enough HP to deal with it, and we're able to take it down after a few attacks. Kangaskhan goes to half, uses Tail Whip, and then after that, we're able to take it out. Back to the rival, and we'll go ahead and see how that goes. The rival first starts off with Pidgeotto, and we open up a Tri-Attack, taking it down in one shot. Next out is Gyarados, as we swap to Drill Peck, taking it to yellow, as Thrash does pretty solid damage, and then we take it out. Execute is out, and we use Drill Peck, taking it out in one shot. Then, there's Kadabra, who we outspeed and take it down. Then, finally, it's Charmeleon, who goes to red, uses Ember to Kentucky Fry and burn our bird, but we do manage to take it down. We have a bit of travel ahead of us, and of course some Safari Zone Scramble. By the way, I know I asked you about Thanksgiving plans, however, I have been scouring Reddit off and on for good D&D shop pun names, things like Bed Bath & Beholder, Gnome Depot, etc. If you have any really good, kinda punny D&D shop names, please let me know in the comments below. One of our players, while she says she hates puns, I think she secretly enjoys them. I'm going to be introducing Aerosmiths with a sign that says, "Walk this way," and the dude is going to look like a lady that runs it. We've introduced Orange as the new blacksmith, so I just need more ideas to keep this going. I guess you probably want to hear me actually talk about the Pokemon that I'm using. Doduo is actually doing a lot better than I thought it was going to. I know Dodrio is a solid Pokemon to have, but that's because it's an evolved form and has some decent stats to actually back it up. For now, we're cruising along. I have a feeling towards the late game, this not quite turkey bird is going to fall off quite a bit. I think that we have a good chance against Koga. I think we'll have a good chance against Sabrina because we're still outspeeding. But I think once we get to Blaine and Giovanni, I think that's where we're going to run into some troubles. And then, of course, Lorelei is going to be an absolute nightmare because we are part flying, and she knows ice moves. And honestly, Bruno will also probably be an issue because he knows rock moves, and we are part bird. I don't know what I'm going to do yet because I haven't gotten that far in the video. Let's go ahead, we'll fight Koga, see how that goes. Worst case scenario, if we can't beat him yet, we at least have one option ahead of us, and that's going into Silphco and level up. But I don't want to get too ahead of myself. Roll footage. Koga first starts with Coughing, and we open with Drill Peck, taking it to red as Toxic misses. Koga does end up healing up, and Drill Peck takes it back to red, and we can take it down with a crit. Muck is next, we continue with our attack, taking it to yellow, and it boosts its defense, so we swap the Tri-Attack, hoping to trigger some kind of status effect, but it just takes it to red. Sludge hits pretty hard, and Koga heals up, but then we freeze it. We swap over to Drill Peck for the raw damage, taking it to yellow as it defrosts and uses Minimize. The next turn, we take it back to red, Sludge takes us to red, and then we take it out. Coughing is next, and we swap to Drill Peck, taking it to red, and then get knocked out. After that, we do try a few more times, but honestly, it just doesn't go too well. Sometimes Coughing just decides to self-destruct, and that's not great for us given our defense. So what we do is we go to Silphco and level up against the trainers inside. Since we're here, might as well go ahead and see if we can beat the rival. This is typically a pretty hard battle, so I'm not exactly feeling great, but I mean, might as well try while I'm here, right? The rival first starts with Pidgeot, and we use Drill Peck to take it to red as it uses Feather Dance, and then we take it out. Gyarados is next and lowers our attack even more, but we're actually still doing pretty solid damage. We take it to almost red with Tri-Attack as it takes us to yellow, and then we take it down. Charizard is next, and we do about a fifth of its health, and then it immediately takes us down. Alright, back to Koga. Coughing, with our new levels, is now a clean one-shot. Muck is next, so we use Drill Peck, taking it to low yellow as it uses Minimize. Koga then heals up, and we take it back to yellow, and then swap over to Drill Peck to take it out. Coughing is next, so we can take it to a Sliver, getting hit with Sludge. Koga heals up, and then we get a high roll on the damage and knock it out. Last is Wheezing, and Drill Peck takes it to right around half as it uses Toxic. We use Drill Peck again and take it down to win a much simpler battle this time. Alright, so for those that don't 100% know, for every odd-numbered gym leader that you beat, You do gain a badge boost. If I'm remembering correctly, Koga's is actually defense. Please correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, but I'm 95, meaning 5% sure that that's the case. So what that means is that we may be able to tank hits a little bit better, so we immediately go back to Silphco. We do grab a couple vitamins with the money that we have, and this is how it goes. Pidgeot goes to red and smacks us with the wing attack, and we can take it out. Gyarados is next, so we use Tri Attack, taking it to yellow and freezing it, but it defrosts immediately to use Dragon Rage, but then we knock it out. Charizard is out, and we use Drill Peck, taking it to not quite half, and then we get Oven Roasted again and knocked out. So, given the fact that we don't have too many options aside from going to Cinnabar or keep trying against the rival, we go to Cinnabar to take a shot at Blaine. He has two Pokemon with the Intimidate ability, and that's usually pretty good about ruining our attempts. So, with Blaine, Growlithe is first, so we use Drill Peck, taking it down. Ponyta is next, so we use Drill Peck again, taking it to red. Fire Blast takes us to 48 HP, and Blaine heals up. And we do this once more before taking it out. Rapidash comes out, and we just continue with our best attack, and then Fire Blast takes us out. Well, we did gain a few levels against the trainers in Blaine's gym, so let's head back to the rival and see how that goes. We can now take Pidgeot down in one shot, and we can take the Gyarados down in two. The Charizard does take us to 12 HP, but we're able to take it down, though it's just by the skin of our teeth. The eggs then go down to a single Drill Peck, and although Alakazam does outspeed us, rather than attacking, it just sets up Future Sight. So we're able to take it down, and that lets us win the battle and move on. Honestly, I'm just happy that we didn't need rare candies to level up, so I'm gonna just take it and run with it. Let's see if Giovanni is an easy battle for us. Giovanni sends out Nidorino, and we open with Drill Peck, taking it down in one shot. Rhyhorn is next, and we swap to Tri Attack, doing about a fifth of damage. Fury Attack does a few points of damage, and then we Tri Attack it, hitting it with a critical hit and knocking it out. Kangaskhan is next and opens with Fake Out. Drill Peck takes it to yellow as Rage connects, and then we can take it down. Last up is Nidoqueen, and we use Drill Peck, taking it to yellow as Double Kick does a little bit of damage, and then we can take it down. Okay, let's go ahead and see how things go against Sabrina. Kadabra is first, so we use Drill Peck, taking it down in one shot. Next out is Mr. Mime, and we use Drill Peck, taking it down in one go as well. Venomoth is next, and guess what? Also a one shot. Finally, it's Alakazam, and we use Drill Peck, actually outspeeding it and taking it out. That was honestly a lot simpler than I thought. I honestly had assumed that Alakazam was going to end up outspeeding us and one-shotting us, but I'm not going to complain. With that, let's go ahead and go back to Blaine and see if things go any differently. Growlithe is once again first, and we use Drill Peck, critical hitting it and taking it out. Ponyta is next, so we use Drill Peck against it and knock it out. Rapidash is out, goes to yellow, takes us to yellow, and then we take it out. Finally, it's Arcanine. I haven't forgotten that meme. I bothered my friend with it the entire weekend, and I have zero regrets. And honestly, Drill Peck isn't doing too much, but Bite takes us out. For the first time this run, we end up having to use rare candies to level up because he's annihilating us every single time with Fire Blast. For a move with lower accuracy, it has a knack of hitting us pretty frequently and hitting us really hard. At level 65, we're now able to one-shot his first two Pokemon, and with Rapidash, we can take it to yellow, and Fire Blast is still hitting really hard, but we can take it down not long after that. And then with Arcanine, we can take it to around half, and Fire Blast finally misses after 18 attempts, and that makes it so we can take it down and finally win the battle. Alright, we'll go ahead, head to Giovanni, and see how that goes. With any luck, we'll be able to win this battle without too much trouble. Rhyhorn is up first, so we use Pursuit to test damage. Not doing as much as I'd hope. We swap to Drill Peck, testing damage, and Rhyhorn misses Scary Face, and we take it down a few turns later. With the second Rhyhorn, it's basically the same thing as before, and it only hits us with one physical attack before it goes down. Dugtrio does manage to hit us with Slash, and we take it down in one shot. Body Slam from Nidoqueen does a little bit, and we hit it with Drill Peck, getting poisoned before taking it down, and unfortunately, Nidoking then takes us down. With the next battle, I'm gonna be honest, we basically just spam Tri Attack and get all the way to Nidoking before swapping over to Drill Peck because we don't have enough PP, and taking it down while still in the yellow. Not the best HP, not the best strategy, but at the end of the day, when you're only using one Pokemon, a win is a win. So with that, we have one more battle to go before the Elite Four, and I honestly don't know how this is going to go. His team is pretty well leveled up by now, and I think there's a chance that we're going to have to level up again, but there's only one way for us to find out. The rival starts off with Pidgeot, and we use Drill Peck, taking it to red, as Wing Attack does solid damage, and then we finish it off with Tri Attack. Rhyhorn is next, and Tri Attack does about a fourth, and it takes us down to almost half as we take it to red, and it takes us down to yellow before we can go ahead and knock it out. Execute is next, and that's going to be a one-shot with Drill Peck, not surprising. Alakazam is one I'm surprised we still outspeed, even with our level lead. Alakazam is a speedy Pokemon, and we take it down with one Drill Peck. Gyarados is out, and we Tri Attack, taking it down because we get a crit. Neat. Last up is Charizard, and we use Drill Peck, taking it to not quite half, as Flamethrower easily takes us out. So once again, we do end up having to level up, and the beginning of the battle is the same until we get to Charizard, and at this level, we can take it to half with one shot, and rather than attacking, it uses Scary Face, so we can just take it down next turn. I tried this battle again and again, and we got super close about a dozen times. But even at this level, there was sometimes he was still using Flamethrower, and that would always finish us off. As we go through Victory Road, I'm kind of concerned that Lorelei will be an issue. Bruno could be a problem with the two Onix, but I doubt that the Fighting-type Pokemon will be much of an issue. Agatha won't be an issue given the fact that we have Drill Peck. Yes, Ashura, I'm talking to you. I know that you thought Agatha would be a problem, but that is probably not going to be the case. And then Lance? Well, it's Lance and he has Dragon types, and that's never good for me. First up is Lorelei, and she starts with Dugong, and we open with Drill Peck, taking it to almost red. Ice Beam takes us to 38 HP, and Lorelei heals up. Then we take it back to red, then we can take it down next turn. Next out is Slowbro, and we use Pursuit for a crit to take it to half, and then we go down. A few attempts in, and we choose to learn the move Return because of just the pure damage capability, and that takes Dugong to red. Lorelei sets up Hail, and then heals up before we take it down, not too long after. Slowbro goes to red, uses Yawn, and we take it down as we go to sleep. Thanks to Early Bird, an ability I didn't think would actually come into play, we wake up next turn and take the Jinx out in one go. Lapras is a one-shot due to a crit, and then Cloyster does like to waste time, but it's definitely not a threat, and it also goes down. With Bruno, he starts with Onix, and we wail on it with Tri Attack, as it is a 3-shot, but he misses in that time, so our health isn't too bad. Given the fact that our speed wasn't lowered, his Hitmonchan, his Machamp, and his Hitmonlee are all kind enough to go down in one shot each. And then last up is Onix, and we take it to half. It hits us back pretty hard, and then we can take it down to win a pretty simple battle. Alright, 2 down, 3 to go. Next up is Agatha. Gengar is first, so we open with Drill Peck, taking it down to one shot. Next up is Golbat, and we continue taking it to red and getting hit with Air Cutter. Agatha heals, and we swap over to Tri Attack, taking it to red. We swap over to Return and take it out. After that, it's Arbok, and we use Return, taking it to yellow as Sludge Bomb hits hard, but we take it out. After that, it's her next Gengar, and we swap over to Drill Peck, taking it to yellow as Sludge Bomb takes us to 19 HP. After that, we can take it out. Last up is Haunter, and we use Drill Peck, taking it down in a single shot to win a really narrow battle. Now, if you've watched these videos before, I'm okay covering losses, but once we get this far in the video, against Lance of all people, you had to expect that I would get wrecked. I usually do, and this time will be no different. We'll be playing the footage here in the background, but we actually end up having to level up all the way to 100 before we even stand a chance, and even then, there are still some attempts that we're getting wrecked. So let's see how it goes. Gyarados is first, so we take it to around half, getting some weak damage dealt to us, and then we take it down. With the Aerodactyl, we swap over to Tri Attack and we freeze it. Now we take it to red, and then a full restore brings it back to full. We take it to yellow, and then we can take it out. After that, each of his Dragonair and the Dragonite are a one-shot each. The Aerodactyl being frozen is actually the only reason that we win this battle when we use Tri Attack. It usually wrecks us every single attempt that we had. final rival time. Pidgeotta's first, so we use Return to take it down in one shot. With Rhydon, we use Try Attack, and we do end up freezing it, though it doesn't last long. We do get hit with Rock Tomb, and then next up is Alakazam, who goes down in one shot. After that, we swap to Drill Peck to take out Exeggutor in one shot. With Gyarados, we take it to red as Dragon Rage connects, and the rival spends a long time healing up before we take it out. As Charizard comes out, we take it to red. It thankfully misses Fire Blast, and then we can take it out, winning the battle and the run. Well, first of all, happy Thanksgiving once again. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I did making it. I think Doduo will be able to clear this game a lot easier and probably a good 10 levels lower, especially given how well Doduo did. I think next week I'm going to do a Relicanth run in Pokemon Emerald and then work on some winter-themed Pokemon runs. As much as I'd love to sit here and chat, I do have some stuff to get done before the holidays, including taking the chance to brave the store for some last-minute food shopping. So, as always, if you like the video, even if you didn't like the video, hit the like and subscribe button, because it really does help me out. And until next time, everybody, peace out! Oh, and lastly, again, if you want to join the Discord and watch some Christmas movies, links will be below. Happy holidays.